Hello, welcome inside the Verity Dickey Dome following ASU's 5th preseason camp practice. Another edition of the Sun Devil Source 2-Minute Drill. As always, Jacob Brooks, Chris Cartman. Chris, 5 practices in the books. What stood out to you today?
Yeah, the trend line continues with the offense, more rhythm, more bigger plays completed in the passing game. Not a lot of really downfield throws, but intermediate routes. Raiden Vinesbright had a really great catch in the end zone adjustment. I think Jake Fetty, accurate, getting the ball to guys. Some of the receivers, I think, did a very nice job today. And that's an important thing because this QB wide receiver relationship and their ability to be productive in the passing game, you would expect that needs to be there for a team that allocated so many resources to the wide receiver position.
And Chris, after ASU's 4th practice, Kenny Dillingham said he was very pleased with how the quarterback battle had been going. Said guys have been taking care of the football. Today, he specifically said the guys did not take care of the football enough. What did you take away from the quarterback battle?
Yeah, so part of that was actually just other guys who had the ball stripped on fumbles. Like Carday Mack got an opportunity to run with the ones. He had a ball that was taken away, and there were a couple other guys that had the balls knocked out of their hands. Then the other thing that happened was Cutter Boley, the ball slipped out of his hands when he was going to throw it. And then on the next play, I think it was Jeffrey Manns who maybe got his hand in there and stripped the ball out of him. So there's, he had one interception today in 11s. That was Montana Warren on a really nice diving play.
Yeah.
A diving play across the middle. The ball, it seemed like it was a good decision throw, but the ball was a little bit off, needed maybe a little more arc and a little more outside. Montana Warren made one of the best plays. That was only Boley's second interception in 11 on 11s in through 5 days. The first one was when Raiden Vinesbright cramped and he wasn't even where he would have been on the route had it not been for that. But yeah, they ball security, they're going to need to tighten up their ball security, especially not getting the ball knocked out of their hands. We've seen Martell Hughes have at least 3 forced fumbles, I think, through the first 5 days. So he's been as good as anybody at dislodging it.
And Chris, there were 8 NFL scouts at practice today, the largest number so far throughout this fall camp. And they had to have been looking at some of ASU's freshmen because those guys have been really climbing the ranks. You talked about Carday Mack, how he got some run with the ones. Daquan Dunn, he's been impressing. Jake Fetty, he got some run with the twos. How's the freshman class been looking?
Yeah, I mean, NFL scouts, almost by accident, they're going to just find their eyes gravitate to some of the young guys.
Yeah.
They tend to not study you unless you're draft eligible or going to be in the next year, and yet ASU's freshman class is pretty impressive, and so they're gonna notice that, right? Vito Ganello is a Ram scout who was out here today. He used to work for Dennis Erickson at ASU. I've known him over 15 years.
Wow.
He said some really positive things generally about the state of the team. The size, the physicality of the group, the depth, but I asked Kenny Dillingham about Carday Mack, running back, who had first-team reps. Really good lateral quickness at 210, 215 pounds. He got the jump cuts, the spins. Does a very good job of finding the hole. Daquan Dunn, they call him Bull. He's ahead of some older guys on the depth chart as a corner. Has a chance to maybe be a number 3 or number 4 corner potentially. That's a big deal. We've talked about Julian Hugo a lot. He's going to play as a true freshman. I think he has a great upside. And Jake Fetty, as I said earlier, I think he had one of his best days as he continues to make a lot of progress. He is very athletic, good arm, off-platform throws, scrambles, twitchy escapes. There's a lot to like about him. So they have a very good freshman class, and those guys are jumping out.
Well, that's it for this Sun Devil Source 2-Minute Drill. We had nearly a full staff at today's practice. We'll have a ton of content for you guys in our Devil Sanctuary board and on all of our Sun Devil Source socials. So make sure to check that all out, and we'll see you next time.